Hey guys, welcome to the Road to a Million YouTube channel. My name is Jesse, and I will be turning businesses that can be started for less than $100 into hopefully $1 million. In this series, I will be taking 10 different business ideas you can start right now with less than $100, with the goal of seeing which of these are the most lucrative and you can expand upon and make some actual side or full time income from. If you haven't watched episode 0 of this series, I recommend you go check it out. I explain this whole series, give you an overview of all 10 businesses I'll be starting. But in this one, I'm just going to be talking about the ones I'm going to start today. So there's three businesses that I'll be starting today. Number one being a YouTube channel. It's what you're watching right now. I'm going to show you the process of how I started this channel, how to make money. Number two is going to be something that I have a bit of experience in, which is the buying and reselling. So buying things online, reselling them, cleaning them, fixing them up, adding value, and then selling them. And then number three is going to be one that I'm probably most excited to see what happens is headlight restoration. So there are tons of kits that you can buy to fix and restore the headlights on your car, make them look new and shiny again. And this is a service people are willing to pay, anywhere from $100 to $200. So if we can get a couple of these jobs every week, even every month, it's a great little source of extra income. So let's get into number one, which is the YouTube channel. How do you make money from YouTube? Why YouTube? I have a bit of a background working on YouTube channels. So if you watched day 0 of this challenge, you would know I've built and sold a business and exited for somewhere in the 6 figures. This was actually a YouTube marketing business. The business helped business owners who are creating YouTube content use it as a source of lead generation, right? So create content that will find your potential audience and will convert them into clients. So I co-founded that business, helped scale it up, and within 18 months exited and left that business. So I actually have quite a lot of experience on this one particular business. It's probably the one of these 10 that I have the most experience on, which makes it the easiest one to get started. You should always get started with something potentially close to your experiences, to your knowledge, to your interests, and see how you can take something you already know and make money with it. So I'm trying YouTube channel. So let's talk about the ways you can make money with YouTube. The most popular way is obviously ad revenue. People watch your content and YouTube pays you for those viewers. You can have brand sponsorships. So once you get a certain amount of viewers, brands can sponsor you. You can actually sell your own products or someone else's products. You can have a premium membership with exclusive content that's only for people who pay, a monthly fee, not OnlyFans. Creating a YouTube channel, is free. There's no barrier to entry to creating that. I'm gonna throw up some screenshots of the channel so you can see what it looks like. Obviously, you'll have found the channel, but all the assets I needed to create, I made myself for free. There's no investment, nothing needed to go into this. So the 7 metrics that we are using to evaluate businesses are what are going to help us determine whether a business is worth pursuing or not worth pursuing. So the first metric we have is our money, our upfront investment. So what did I need to invest to get this channel created? All the channel materials, the assets, the thumbnails for the video, the editing, I'm doing this all by myself. So there's zero upfront costs besides if you need to buy some equipment potentially for your recording. I'll throw a picture up of my recording setup, but it's pretty simple. I'm using my computer here. I've got my phone that's recording. I've got my phone plugged into my computer. I've got a little ring light I've probably purchased from Walmart for 20, $30. And I have this little microphone here. The total cost probably was in 150 bucks for all this stuff that besides my phone and my laptop, but I already had all this. So there's no upfront cost. Now, the next metric we discussed is the recurring cost. So the cost to maintain this business. Now, you may get to a point where you don't want to edit content yourself. You may be making a bit of money and you may say like, okay, this is, how can I scale this up? How can I create more content? How can I, become more profitable or produce, be able to upload more videos so I get more viewers, I get more money, I, can sell more products, whatever the 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 way is that you're making money from YouTube. So at that point, you may start incurring some cost. Now, there can be costs such as video editors, thumbnail designers, but those costs don't really start occurring until you start scaling up. So we're not worried about those for now. Really, for us to produce the first couple episodes of the series, there's no cost. We'll just be documenting what we're already doing and uploading that onto YouTube with a bit of polishing and production. But ultimately, again, I will not be spending any money to start and maintain the initial start. But we will also not expect any income or profit for a while. Getting clients, if you're just trying to get viewers, viewers are pretty easy to get, but it's hard to get people to continue to watch your content. So what does my day one then look like? Once I have my setup, I'm ready to start this business, right? Starting a YouTube channel is really easy. You don't need much. You just need an email, some verification process, create some assets, create a channel image. That can just be an image of you with a filter in the background. We need a channel banner. These are all things you can create for free. Um, Canva has tons of templates that you can use to create a banner for your channel. And then you need to start creating content. So how do you create content? Where do you come up with ideas? That's a topic for a different channel. That there's tons of channels out there that teach you how to create a YouTube channel, how to identify and select what you want to start a YouTube channel about. We're just reviewing how good of a business is this. So to be able to record day zero, I needed a script. I needed to plan that video. I had tons of ideas and I used my handy dandy buddy, Claude, to document these ideas. I took my dog for a walk and talked to it about what do I want this channel to be about? This channel is about this series. This channel is about innovation, entrepreneurship, seeing if we can take $100, turn it into a million with one of these random small business ideas. I wanted to have a better understanding of what this will actually be like so I can create a script that is not some AI generated BS, but is actually my words, my thoughts summarized by AI. So I created the script for that first video. Do you need scripts? Do you not need scripts? First video I recorded with a script because it needed more structure. Again, if you haven't watched it, I recommend you go check it out after you finish this video. After. And take, essentially, I took that script structure, practiced it a couple times, got my recording set up, ready to go, and I clicked the record button, read the segments, messed up a couple times, went back, moved on to the next segment, messed up a couple times, and then it's time to edit that content and let's get it uploaded. So day one, there's not too much to the YouTube business, just recording the initial video, video zero, now video one that we're recording right now, and getting these videos edited and ready to be published on the channel so that we can, hopefully start generating some viewers and push this business forward. And hopefully within 2 months, we can actually see some revenue of some sorts from YouTube. Business number two. So the reselling, flipping, I really like this business idea. There's, if you spend any time on Instagram, on Facebook, YouTube Shorts, whatever, you will have seen a lot of these people who buy, flip, resell products. I sort of see there as being two different pathways. One, buying products and just straight up reselling them, right? You find the products, say a vintage t-shirt at a yard sale for $5, and you list it on Amazon, you sell it for $25, right? It's just straight flipping. And then there's sort of improving the value, or doing some sort of restoration on a product. So maybe you buy an old wooden table and you sand it down and you stain it and you make it look nice, and you maybe pay $20 for it, and now it's worth $100. So you improve the value. In my prior episode, episode 0, you'd have heard about a quick story. I'll summarize it again, of a nice score that I was able to have from a online auction. So I bought this toaster here for less than $75 at an auction, and I took that toaster apart. I cleaned it. It was pretty bad inside. Probably spent 3 to 4 hours cleaning it. Got it almost looking brand new. I took it to an appliance repair store, had them test it out because it had a plug I couldn't plug into my house. Got them to test it out. It worked. Within a couple days, I had that product relisted on Facebook Marketplace, and I sold it for $550. So I took something from $75, flipped it, cleaned it, and turned it into $550 within a couple of days. And all I needed to do, there's no cost to the flipping besides the cost of acquiring the product. I had to go pick it up. I had some cleaning products that I needed to use that I already had, and I spent $5 running an ad on Facebook Marketplace to get the product sold. That's all it took. And I made probably 400 to 450 in profit on that product. So it was a good return. So let's do it again. So like I said, we've got $100. I've got my eye on a couple of products already. I've put bids on auctions, and the goal is take these products and see if we can, flip them, throw them on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, wherever needed, to see if we can make some money. All right, now for the third business that I'll be starting today. So that is the headlight restoration business. So I actually found out about this through, again, watching some YouTube content, maybe it was Instagram, and saw this video of someone, essentially restoring their headlights on their car. I watched 1 or 2 videos of it because I was interested in doing it for my own car, but I had never done it. And I started getting suggested more of these videos of headlight restoration and seeing people offer this as a service, right? Somewhere between $100 to $200 for all 4 headlights, depending on the size of the vehicle. And then you can offer all other services, right? You can do window cleaning, you can do interior cleaning, you can do all kinds of other up charges and other services once you have this existing business. So it's a really interesting business. It's something that, AI is never going to replace. No AI tool is coming out here and cleaning your headlights. But essentially, I found these 2 products that many people are recommending. I'll throw them on the screen here. You'll see this bundle costs a total of like $41 to order, and it has enough product in there to probably do 10 vehicles. So for $40, if I can get 2 or 3 jobs, I'll already be pretty good in terms of profit for this. If I get a couple bites in the next couple of weeks. The way I plan on getting clients for this is pretty simple. I said this is a service I need to do for myself. So my car, I've got 2 cars. One of them is a 2009 Camry. The headlights probably never been touched since the vehicle's purchased. So I am going to take before and after photos of me providing this service on my own vehicle, show how well this works, take those pictures, upload them onto Facebook Marketplace. There's tons of Facebook groups in our area where you can promote services and little jobs like that. So I will determine a price. Probably in the beginning, I'm thinking maybe $129 for smaller vehicles, $159 for larger SUVs and trucks, and upload my images on the Facebook Marketplace and ultimately see what happens. Very low risk. Again, there's $40 invested. The worst case, I spend $40 and my headlights look great. So there's really little downside. No one could reach out on Facebook Marketplace, but you could get a couple people, and those people could refer you on to other people, and they might have two vehicles once you get there and you say, oh, well, I offer a two vehicle discount. You know, you do one vehicle for 129 or two for 199 or 179, you know, make those upsells. It's a really, I don't want to say it's an easy business, but it is. Like restoring headlights, you can watch a video, learn how to restore headlights on a vehicle within 5 to 10 minutes, order those products within 5 to 10 minutes, and wait for the next day for those products to arrive. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So I'm going to buy these right now. I'm going to update you guys probably tomorrow or the day after, once those, day 2 or day 3 of this challenge, once those products arrive, and we can start creating our sample. What are we going to show people? You know, we're doing this on our own car. If you don't have a car, or your car is new and the headlights don't need this, find a neighbor, find someone who's got an old car that could really use this, offer it to them for free. What the heck, they're your neighbor. Absorb the cost yourself and use those before and after pictures to show someone really what you can do and what the product looks like. All right, guys, so we're on the auction page. This auction page I'm visiting today is Max Sold. It's probably one of the biggest in North America. Anyone can create an auction here, and this is an example of one you might come across. So I'm just going to look through these products. Like I said, I've already favorited a couple that I might be interested in bidding on, but there might be some things that slipped under my eye the first time. I'm going to show you guys how to quickly look up if any of these things are worth anything, without being an expert on anything. So here we see some tech stuff can sell pretty good. This is a Techness amplifier. No clue what it could be worth. There's an easy way. You right click on your computer, search this with Google Lens, and just highlight that, and it'll pull up eBay listings. It'll pull up some information. You can see what this product actually is. You can see how much it's selling for. I think this is one I looked into before. It wasn't really worth bidding on because it's probably close to its resale value of maybe 100, 120 bucks. Yeah, so you see a couple different models, 125 pounds, that's probably 200 bucks. But it'll probably go for more than it's worth. So that will go back to the auction. That's not a good one. Return to auction. There's some cool things like a 2002 Ford Ranger, like a table set. There are going to be fees added on, sort of buyer's premium plus taxes, and staying within $100 budget. There's nothing up here that is too interesting. Lazy Boy recliner could be a good thing if it's in good condition. It's pretty big, pretty heavy. You need to have storage space. Probably do some refurb on the upholstery, and try to resell it. If you get it under 20 bucks plus fees, you're at $25. You can resell it for 100 bucks. That's a nice $75 profit. All right, guys, I'm about to put in a bid on this antique under the bed storage. It's currently going for $62. I'm going to put in a bid for $67. Puts it up to $79. There's also this dresser that I'm interested in. It's currently going for $23. Minimum bid $26. I'm going to put in a $26 bid. If this gets bid up again, I'm not going to bid any more on that. I'm happy with that amount as the bid. I found a couple restored cool versions of similar products, going for $300-400. I think this might be US dollars. So if I can get this at 79 Canadian, I think we're pretty good. This I'll probably will need some paint, and I might be able to flip this for 150 bucks. I've got a couple other things in my basket as well, like this vintage cake serving utensil. It's got a sterling silver handle, which there's probably $10 to $20 in silver. If I can get it for $6, I might be able to flip that and find a couple more silver products, maybe even some gold over time, and start hoarding and building a collection of that stuff. So we're approaching final seconds. Let's see if we win this. If we do, we might end up being a little bit over $100. Might be closer to 110, 120 bucks. Uh, I'm waiting to put a bid on here until the last moment. We'll see if we win these. I probably won't record when I come back to this because it's only a $4 item. But I've got some other items in my eye for a auction that's closing in 5 days. A vintage PS1 and a router table that's going for pretty cheap, and a pressure washer. Um, so we'll see what happens. It looks like we won the antique underbed storage. Looks like we're going to win this vintage wardrobe as well. Okay, so I think we got those two. So we're only going to be waiting for this last item. I'll just upload a screenshot right here to see if we actually win this. All right, guys, thanks for watching day one. It's been a fun and exciting day. Hopefully we have some great products that we can flip for some money and start making some profit on some of these businesses. If you haven't yet, make sure you go check out day 0 of this challenge right here. I give you some reasons as to why I'm starting this challenge, bit of information about me, how I started and sold my business. And I'll be covering the 10 businesses that I'll be starting in this Road to a Million challenge. Thank you guys so much for watching the Side Hustlers Road to a Million challenge. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 1. Make sure you go watch episode 2 once it's ready, and stay tuned because there's going to be some awesome things happening in this series. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.